3, 2, 1.
H-roll.
0. 6 seconds.
This is TalkTV News.
White, name in.
0.
Q.
Good evening, I'm Zora Suleiman. Angry protests have broken out in Paris after 3 people were shot dead in the city centre. A 69-year-old man has been arrested. He was known to police and it's emerged he's recently been released from prison. Well, the shooting took place at a Kurdish community centre. Kurds gathered outside the crime scene before the atmosphere turned sour. Well, police fired tear gas after projectiles were thrown and fires were started. The country's interior minister says security is being increased.
Pause, G-roll, socks, name.
I asked all the police services in Paris and elsewhere in the national territory to protect the places where the Kurdish community gathers, as well as Turkish diplomatic locations where police forces will be on guard. We want to avoid any difficulty or sequel in these special times at the end of the year.
Change, Q.
The health secretary says he's disappointed that unions have announced more strike action in January. The ambulance service will now coordinate action with the Unison union on the 11th of January, although next week's strikes with the GMB union have now been called off. Meantime, nurses have also announced further strikes next month unless the government reopens talks about pay. Well, elsewhere, airports have been running smoothly all day. That's despite 1,000 Border Force staff walking out at 6 of Britain's biggest ports. The army has been called in. They're being given an extra 20 quid to help.
Change, white.
But on the roads, you might struggle if you are heading home for Christmas. There's huge queues on the M25 after flooding closed part of the motorway earlier today. The road has now reopened.
Change, vision.
A woman has died after being hit by a police car during a chase in Greater Manchester. The 53-year-old was struck as officers pursued a suspected stolen car near Oldham at around 10 a.m. this morning. We've been told to avoid mixing with vulnerable relatives this Christmas if we're unwell. Hospital admissions for flu and COVID are continuing to rise.
Change, vision.
Police are now looking into incidents, including a 15-year-old girl being injured at the Manchester City and Liverpool game last night. Both clubs have now released a joint statement and 3 men have been arrested. A smoke bomb and coins were thrown during the match at the Etihad.
Change.
And Lad Baby have made chart history by securing the Christmas #1 for a 5th consecutive year.
Pause, G-roll, love song.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Q.
They've surpassed the previous
Goodbye,
record
Snakes. Weather
holder, the
running.
Beatles. Social media star Mark Hoyle and his wife Roxanne claimed the top spot with their single Food Aid, which sold more than 65,000 units to become the fastest selling single of the year.
graphics,
That's the
vision.
latest. Now the weather with Isabel Lang.
D-roll.
But how what's going on there?
Perfect, well done, Zora. Thank you, you're on the weather.
Thanks, Zora. Last one of the year.
High control will be finishing at 56:30 to account for the 17-second delay.